in this lesson, I'm going to show you how to make a border pattern using one of your existing patterns. So first thing we need to do is click and drag the pattern outside from your swatches panel. And then we need to open the symbols panel. And if you don't have it here, you go to Windows and Symbols. And we drag the pattern into the symbols panel. And you can leave everything as it is. And now your pattern has become a symbol, and it will show this because it has a little tiny plus sign here. I don't know if you can see it. So you will be able to see it in your screen. Okay, so we have one of these. We need to have a copy. So what we're going to do is Control C, Control F to paste in front, and then we move it. Oops, not that one. Transform move. And this was 24 inches wide, so we move it 24 inches horizontal and 0 vertical, and we make a copy. Okay, so we have two copies now, which are repeating. And the next thing we need to do is double click in your symbol, so you can go inside of the symbol and you can select the things that you don't want and delete them. So maybe delete that one as well. Let's see, move that one. Actually, I'll do that afterwards. So what I want to show you now is, if you keep an eye here, if I double click outside of the symbol, they've both been modified at the same time. So you already have your border. And if you want to make changes, you go inside one of the symbols, and let's say we want to move this one, and this one has been moved automatically. So if I want to change this one, make a copy of this here, then look on this side, and as by magic we have this one as well here. So you can make a longer border, and you can do borders for example, stationery as well, or birthday cards, or thank you cards, all sorts of different things. A border doesn't have to be made for fabrics. So let's try to make this a little bit better, but I'm not sure we can manage without any more motifs. Let's see, I'm gonna move this one here and maybe make a copy of this here. This is just for demonstration. Don't take this for good, because it needs to be, harmonious and everything, but we just want to have a look how this works. So I'm just making copies of little bits and pieces, because there's going to be otherwise an empty space here. So I'm just going to put different small motifs and things like that. Okay, this one should move. All right, so there's still some empty space there and here. Let's have a look. I'm just going to use the same motifs and just repeat them. These, and you will have a sort of ghost image there, but then when you click outside, it will be gone. It will be different. So don't worry about that. All right. So when you're happy with your border, I'm not entirely happy, but let's pretend I am. What you need to do is open the symbol panel again. I'm going to revert it to normal pattern, so I'm going to click on this icon here, break link to symbol. So now is your normal series of motifs. They are grouped, So this needs to be ungrouped quite a few times. I'm not sure why. And okay, that should be okay. So 2 or 3 times I think it takes to ungroup them. All right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the bounding box. So in this case, I will do the bounding box afterwards. So let's get our rectangle tool and let's do it like that. Something like that. And I'll give it another color and send it to the back. And then, as usual, we need to repeat everything that is on this side on the other side. And to do this, because we did the bounding box afterwards, we need to know how big is this box. So it's 48.5. We can even do it a round number, so let's say 48. And then that might be in the way. So we select everything on this side and we transform and move. So it was 48 and 0 vertical and copy it. Okay, so this is a bit overlapping, and you can do all your adjustments before you take away the symbol, so it will match the adjustment on the other side as well. But this is again just to show you how this process works. So let's see, there are some empty spaces in here, but for the purpose of the demonstration, I think you know what to do. So make sure that everything looks right before you unlock or unlink it from the symbol. And then you have your border pattern, and you can use this, as I was saying, for cards or invitations, or even if you do it the other way around, it could be something like a heading for letter writing, although no one really does that anymore, but I'm sure there are still some people that like to write the old-fashioned way. So you can even add lines here. You get the line tool and hold down the shift and you can add, so let's make the stroke is black, okay, so center it a bit and then make lines, something like that. And then if you press Ctrl D, it will just repeat your last action. So you have some writing paper. You can even trim this off. So if we make a copy of this, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, and Ctrl Shift in the right bracket to bring it all the way to the top, and then select everything and Ctrl 7, it will make a clipping mask. So now you have your writing paper. So these lines, I think they're a bit wonky, but it's just a quick demonstration of what you can do with your border pattern. And you can even add a logo, like your logo in the middle, so you can get rid of some of the motifs. So there's loads and loads you can do. Just use your great imagination. In the next part of the class, I'm going to show you how to do a border pattern the old-fashioned way, so with the paper and pencil and just drawing by hand, which I still really love to do because I feel it gives me a different type of control over the pattern that comes out. So if you like to have a go at that, keep watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.